We have all felt the jab of motivation at some point or the other in our lives. Maybe we wanted to work out regularly, or maybe we wanted to start a new habit, a habit of reading or running, or any such habit that would be good for you. But or you wanted to acquire a new skill, but that didn't happen. I mean, you just sat one day and you were just scrolling through your feed on YouTube, and there came an inspiring and motivating video that just charged you up and just fired you up just to do things for yourself. And in that flick of a second, you were so motivated that you just thought of doing the things that you always wanted to do for your own betterment. But that motivation was not long lasting. I mean, you just you woke up the next day and you sat down to read a book, and then you just lost your focus, or you just thought of working out, and then you just pushed yourself to go out of the bed and you just showed yourself on the mat. And after working out, there was pain all throughout your body, and you felt disgusted and agonized, and then you felt like, no, this is not my cup of tea, and you gave up. So what is it? Actually, motivation is not long lasting. It is a myth, and it has been scientifically proven. So today's video will be all about how to motivate yourself. There will be tips and tricks, and also I will be recommending you some books which you can read and then motivate yourself to achieve your goals in future. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So what is motivation? Motivation is a process of stimulating people to take actions so that they can accomplish their goals. Now, this is the definition that's written in the dictionary. Now, what are goals actually? Goals are driven by psychological factors. What are psychological factors? They are your personal needs, your wants, and your desires. Collectively, they are the biochemical mechanisms. They underpin human emotions. Now, when you are trying to motivate yourself to do something, what is actually happening is there are billions of neurons inside your body which are calculating probabilities within a split of second. And that is deciding whether you will be motivated by seeing a video or by reading an article or not. Now, there is a very famous article in Forbes magazine by a professor named Susan Fowler. She said that motivation is elusive in nature. What do we mean by that? That means that you need to have a why factor behind your motivation. If you have none, then you are basically wasting your valuable time. There is also another inspirational speaker and an author, Simon Sinek. I hope you know his name and you have already read his books. And he says that you can motivate people in two ways. Either you can manipulate them or you can inspire them. People become demotivated because they have a fixed mindset where they believe that the knowledge, the abilities, the learnings, they are fixed. But that is very, very wrong. In order for motivation to work for you, you need to have a growth mindset where you will believe that all the energy that you are putting into your work and all the learnings that you are learning for yourself, they will change your mindset, and that will be for your own good. Now, there's this book called Motivation is a Myth by Jeff Haden, where he debunks some of the myths of motivation. Now, he says in his book that motivation isn't a spark. Okay, there is only one ingredient for maintaining motivation in your life, and that is success. Okay, now you will think that success, okay, that is what we are trying to attain. So how can we attain success? Well, it's very easy. If you strike off a to-do list that you have completed in a day, or you have accomplished it, you will feel a sudden surge of happiness, okay, and it will propel you towards working on that habit the next day, and again the next day. So what you need to do is you need to build a system. You need to have a daily routine where you can find the time and give time to that habit so that you can achieve your goal. What we have learned till now is that your actions are responsible for your success, and your success will be a motivating factor for you to work on your goals and at last achieve it. Now, there's this famous book called The Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I cannot stress more on this that guys, you need to read this book if you haven't already. This book was responsible for changing my lifestyle. I'll talk about myself in a few more seconds later, but right now I would like to introduce you to the rule that James Clear talked about. That is the Goldilocks Rule, and that is phenomenal. He says that humans experience peak motivation whenever they are working on the abilities, on their current abilities, which are right on their edge. That is not hard, not too easy, but just right. What he means by that is that, suppose you are trying to inculcate the habit of reading into your daily life, and you have just watched a motivating video. Now, if you suddenly decide in that heat of a moment that yes, I'll just now grab a book or order a book and then start reading and just complete 2 chapters in a day, that is not going to work, okay? Maybe for 1 day or for 2 days, maybe for a week, and after that you won't feel like continuing doing the work because you have pushed yourself too hard, you have challenged yourself too hard. The right way to inculcate a habit is to start slow. Take baby steps. If you are trying to inculcate the habit of reading, take a book, read 2 pages, okay? And then try to complete a chapter, then another chapter, then another chapter, okay? In this way, you will progress. When you will see that you have progressed, that is the success, it will motivate you to read more. And once you do this daily in your life, it will become a habit, and then you will achieve your goal. Easy, isn't it? So what you need to do is, you need to challenge yourself in the right amount. If you challenge yourself, taking into consideration that, okay, this is your limit, this is how much you can push yourself, you can obviously achieve your goals. Now, before some time, I was talking about that how this book changed my life for good. Before 2019, or I should say till 2019, I wasn't a big fan of working out. I hated working out, I hated running, I hated exercising, only because I went to a doctor when I was, overweight, obese I should say, and he told me after looking at me that, okay, what you need to do is have salads, have a roti and some salads and maybe some dal at night, and yes, that's it. You will just reduce your weight. But that was threatening to me. I mean, at a point of time, I was just hating myself. I didn't know what to do because I don't like having only salads and roti for my dinner. I need something which will, which will be good for my taste buds, which will fill my tummy, and I feel good about myself. So after reading this book, I just thought that, okay, from the next day, I'll start working out. I took the baby steps. For the first day, I worked out for 10 minutes. And then I increased that time by 5 minutes. And now, till date, I work for 50 minutes a day. Each and every day, only leaving a day in between because that's for the rest and that is necessary. And there was no looking back. I feel so good about myself. Even if there are some days when I don't feel that, okay, I'll wake up and there is raining and there are those dull days, those gloomy days, and I feel tired, I don't feel like going out of the bed, but still I show myself up on the mat. I just put on my workout clothes, my shoes, groove to some music of my choice, and yes, I complete my workout and I really feel good about myself. One thing that you need to keep note is that once this becomes a habit, or anything that you are trying to accomplish, habits are meant to be boring, okay? But boring doesn't mean that you have to stop. What you need to do is you need to just think that, okay, even if it is boring, I won't regret it. So, I hope that this video was motivating enough for you to take up a new habit or to motivate yourself in the right way. And if you did, then just press that thumbs up button, like, share and subscribe to my channel because that's completely free. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, be happy, keep reading, stay safe and stay strong.